the whole thing?
If you don't mind.
All right, let's record. This is how you're going to see a cross-section or section of compact bone that's found mostly on the diaphysis of long bones. This is also called a Haversian system of the bone, or Haversian system of osteons. Each one of these circles is an osteon, which is a kind of a building unit, a Lego block of the compact bone. And you can see there's concentric circles of matrix, that's calcium and phosphorus, built matrix, which is called hydroxyapatite. You see these little black dots? Those are osteocytes inside of little holes that are called lacunae. Those osteocytes are communicating with each other. You see these little black lines, thin lines? Those are called canaliculi, right? Little canals, so the two osteocytes can communicate with each other. In the middle is Haversian canal, through which passes an artery, a vein, and a nerve. So this is a cross section. This is a long cylinder. And those long cylinders are right next to each other, and occasionally they need to communicate with each other to exchange materials or information. And so you're going to have this connecting canal between the two Haversian canals, and that's called the Volkmann's canal.
Okay.
So in the lab practical, I might ask, what are these black dots in the middles? And you're going to say Haversian canal. On the lecture exam, I might ask you about what is Volkmann's canal as well, because it's kind of harder to see. I would have to put find the right slide that has it, because it's kind of random. Are you ever going to slice it in such a way that you see one of these?
Okay.
And then I would have to put a pointer in it and trust the students are not going to move, and they always move. So I'm unlikely to ask about the Volkmann's canal.
Okay.
This is spongy bone. Spongy bone is made of trabeculae, which are plates of bony tissue, right? Which is not as organized as osteons, right? It's going to be made of hydroxyapatite and osteocytes and osteoblasts and osteoclasts, like all the other bone. All of this stuff in between, in these holes, is red bone marrow. Red bone marrow is the place where our body builds various kinds of blood cells. Red blood cells, different types of white blood cells. They are made there in the bone marrow, in the red bone marrow. All right, keep doing it. Keep recording.
Okay.
All right, story time. Compact bone. Not compact bone, the spongy bone. The spongy bone you find in, let's say, epiphyses of the long bones and in flat bones is going to have all these trabeculae. Are those trabeculae organized in space randomly?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Are they going to be organized in a strictly genetically determined way? No. The bone is constantly remodeling itself. Osteoblasts are building it, osteoclasts are breaking it, osteoblasts are building it again, osteoclasts are breaking it again. It's constantly remodeling itself. It is going to remodel these trabeculae in such a way that they're oriented to counter the best possible way the forces that they are frequently encountering. So if you're doing a particular job, or a particular sport, for instance, you are going to have particular forces acting on your bones. And your bones are going to remodel in such a way that these trabeculae are going to follow the lines of forces that are attacking that bone on a regular basis. Let's say you're working 5 days a week and you're cutting wood, right? You're going to use particular muscles in particular movements, which are going to stress the bones in a particular directions. And they're going to align with those force lines in order to make them as strong as possible while still being empty and hollow.
Okay.
That's being strong while light.
Okay. That makes sense. Awesome.